Hi, and welcome to episode 24 of Soft Signal. My name is Varun. I'm joined by my co host Aditya, and we are an Indian cricket podcast covering highs and lows of Indian cricket every week. Today, we are going to preview the final test of India's tour of England. So, it's been a long series. We've been speaking about this for, I think, close to 2.5 months, starting with previewing, reviewing all of India's previous series to England within the past 20 years, and then having preview and review shows of all five tests. And we're finally here with the fifth test on the horizon, but not the best news to start off the day.
Yeah, not the best news to start off the day. I really hope this match does not get cancelled. It'll be such an anticlimactic end to the series. It's been a superb series. Let's make no mistake about that. India find themselves in the lead, but England could well have also been in the lead had they captured some crucial moments. Um, also, and so therefore, it's important to have this test match, this final test match, just to give a proper finish to what has been a really awesome series. So I really hope the second round of tests that come through for the Indian players show that all of them are negative. And then we can get on and have the test match tomorrow.
Yeah, just to set some context for those of you who may not know, last week Ravi Shastri, the Indian coach, along with the bowling coach and the physio, were had tested positive for COVID. Fortunately, none of the players tested positive, so the test match continued. Today, the news has come out that one of the junior physios has also tested positive. So far, the players have tested negative, but we're waiting on another round of results. And if, yeah, hopefully they're all negative. If not, there might be a possibility that the fifth test will get cancelled. Hopefully, it doesn't, and hopefully, those who have been affected do recover quickly. But let's assume that we don't know what's going to happen, so we'll just assume that the test is going to go ahead tomorrow and look ahead to it. So yeah, I think you touched on it a bit that it's been a great series so far. I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that because it's been an up and down series, some great performances. I think the only test, the third test was the only one which was like a complete blowout where we lost by an innings, but every other test has been competitive, pretty similar to the to the previous series in 2018.
Yeah, so it's been a fantastic series. Like we said, I think the difference versus the previous series has been that India has captured the crucial moments much better this time around. In the last series, they always had a chance in each of the matches, and then they just capitulated at important times. That trend has gone missing, and it's a good thing that it's gone missing this series. The batsmen have stood up at different occasions, the bowlers have stood up at different occasions, and they've ensured that if there was a moment to be grabbed, then they grabbed it. And that really shows in the scoreline, right? The only test match where we played badly, we lost. Um, the other three test matches, we won two out of those, and okay, so looks like we're just recovering from a few technical
Yeah.
issues there. But just to finish what I was saying, yeah, so we won two matches. We lost one. That's the one we played really badly in. And the third, the only match that was a draw, India was in a very good position and could well have won it had we had play on the fifth day.
Yeah.
So really, it's been an interesting series. I think India as a team has performed well. So really, would be quite a dampener if the fifth test match does not happen. It really would be a dampener.
Yeah, so that's one point about the COVID situation that might not happen. And if the test goes ahead, there might still be the possibility of rain because actually the forecast says there might be rain on 3 out of 5 days. So we might be headed to another draw actually, but let's see. Who knows what can happen if it's overcast conditions? That also means there could be might make batting difficult. So we'll see how that plays out. I think our bowlers have really stood up this series, and last time it was a lot of Sam Curran who was getting those crucial runs at the when we had them in good we were in strong positions. So this time we've actually managed to close that down. Sam Curran also hasn't performed too well, and our bowlers actually have played well as tailenders. So we had a couple of strong performances in the second and fourth test, both of which we won. That's been great to see. Let's just start with some team news. So England have actually got back Joss Butler, who's back after the birth of his second daughter, and Jack Leach has been recalled as well. So do you see them playing two spinners then with Moeen Ali and Jack Leach?
Yeah, it is a possibility because Manchester is or Old Trafford. That's the name of the ground. That's where the ball spins. If there's a wicket in England that takes spin, then that is the one. So
Yeah,
if they don't play two spinners here, they won't play two spinners anywhere. I think the problem with Moeen Ali has been that he's conceding too many runs. He goes at 4.5 runs and over, so it prevents Joe Root to actually from applying any sort of pressure on the opposition. So at least Jack Leach is better at performing that role. He's more steady, more stable or reliable even, and at least he'll keep the runs down. So I think England might go with Moeen Ali and Jack Leach, but either ways, I think Jack Leach will play. So it could either be Moeen Ali plus Jack Leach or just Jack Leach. Josh Butler, I think that's a no-brainer. He slots straight back into the team in at his usual position, so he'll take up the gloves as well. Uh, the interesting thing is that Ollie Pope, who was Josh Butler's replacement in the previous Test match, got runs.
yeah.
So if they want to keep Ollie Pope in the side, who do they remove?
They should just
Uh,
get rid of Besto. He's useless.
Probably, yeah, exactly. Probably the answer to that is
Yeah,
best because he's not had a great series.
yeah,
Ollie Pope's had a good one. Josh Butler comes back into the side. They aren't going to touch the top four actually. So I think England's team for this last Test match will read as Burns, Hasib Hamid, David Malanjo Root, Ollie Pope at 5, Josh Butler at 6. And then, of course, is the interesting part. So I think I would still go with Moeen Ali. I think it was who batted at 7.
yeah.
Uh, Chris Wokes batted at 8. Overton 9. Um, um, uh, uh, um, Sorry, I wouldn't go with Overton simply because I want Leach in the team. So I would have Robinson at 9, Anderson at 10, and Leach at 11.
At 11, yeah.
And
So
yeah,
sorry, Overton will miss out. I think Mark would, excuse me, might be fit as well. So
yes,
but I don't think they'll drop Robinson or Anderson. So maybe Mark Wood doesn't get a chance. They can't afford to drop Wokes because they need some batting. So yeah, tricky selection for them. There was some talk that they might drop Anderson. I don't think so. It's the last test of the series. He's played 4. Might as well play 5. There's a break, right? He doesn't play. He doesn't play any white ball cricket, so he has enough of a rest before the Ashes. So I don't think they'll drop Anderson.
yeah. I don't think they'll drop Anderson either. And if Mark Wood has to play, they might even play him in place of Moeen Ali. It
So
does
Wokes at
extend.
7.
Yeah, exactly. It does extend their tail a bit, but the thing is, Wokes and Overton uh, can both bat. So Wokes at 7, Overton at 8, and Robinson, Anderson, and Leach at 9, 10, and 11. Because I think England needs some pace in their
Mhm.
attack. Uh, I think in the previous Test match they had all their bowlers more or less in the early 80s, and on flat tracks, that's not good enough.
Yeah,
Now, of course, it depends on the conditions on at the ground on those days, but I think they need to have some extra pace, and Wood gives them that pace. So, which brings me back to what I said in the beginning: either they play Moeen Ali and Jack Leach, or they play just Jack Leach. But either way,
yeah,
Jack Leach plays.
yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, so we've talked about two spinners. You know where this is going when we talk about India.
very predictable.
Will Ashwin finally get to play? He's on a high because he's been selected for the T20 World Cup, and I don't know if you saw his social media. He's posted that I'm so happy. I'm paraphrasing, but along those lines, that hard work pays off, all of that stuff. So he's on a high. He's in a good mood. It's a spinning wicket, so he's got to play, right?
Yeah, it's it's again a tough one, right? Um, I think he should play. If again, if there is any venue in the UK that takes spin where you could justify having two spinners, it is this one. So then again, who does Ashwin play in place of?
Yeah.
That again becomes the burning question. Uh, Before the fourth Test match, the answer to that would have been simple. It would have been Shardul Thakur, right? But now you cannot leave Shardul Thakur out simply because he's addressed the biggest problem, which was the tail, the length of the tail. He's addressed that situation. So who do we leave out? It has to be one of the three seamers. So the three seamers who played the last Test match were Bumrah, Siraj, and Umesh Yadav. Um, well, I think if if one of those has to be left, it's a tough one. I would probably leave Siraj out because he's played all the Test matches so far. He's probably a little tired, so good opportunity to rest him as well. Remember, Shami will come back anyways. So no, but I just made a
I
mistake there
have a
because
solution to that.
I guess leave Umesh and Siraj out.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna
Bring
say. I think that's
bring
what they'll
Shami
do.
back.
Yeah.
Exactly, bring Shami back, and then you have an opportunity for Ashwin to play. So your three fast bowlers would essentially be Bumrah, Shami, and Shardul Thakur.
Yeah. And then you have batting till 9. Um,
Suddenly, it's a luxury.
yeah, and then you like seriously imagine Shardul coming in at 9, or even
Yeah.
Ashwin coming in at 9. That's really strong. It really strengthens the batting, right?
Yeah, it strengthens the batting. And just, another point is that India don't need to win this Test match. I mean, to win the series, it's England that has to do the running. So of course, I hope India doesn't enter the ground with that attitude, with that mentality, saying that, look, we don't need to win this Test match, because invariably that leads to a loss.
Yeah.
And I don't think they will under Virat Kohli. I don't think they will. But the fact of the matter is that you need to have um, to win a Test match, like, to really win a Test match, you need to have bowlers who take 20 wickets. But to save a Test match, if you pack your side with guys who can bat up till number 11, you will probably save the Test match. I mean, you might not win, but you probably will score enough to ensure that you don't lose. Um, so, so I mean, what I'm saying is that that could be one reason to justify having batsmen down till number 9. Of course, I don't think that a Virat Kohli led team will consider that in their team meetings. I don't think that that's going to happen. But the fact of the matter is that if Ashwin plays, then that's the only combination that actually balances the side.
Yeah. I hope they don't get complacent and play for the draw. But like you said, Kohli would not let that happen. It happened to Australia in the last Ashes tour where they won that. They retained the Ashes and then they lost the fifth test. But yeah, I don't think we will do that. And yeah, like even when we were 2-1 up in Australia in the 2018 tour, that last test was ruled out um, by rain. It wasn't because we tried to give up the game, and it's not a viable strategy to play for the draw in England either. So
Yeah,
that shouldn't happen. And then let's ask this question one last time in this series.
I know
You
where
know
this
it.
is going well.
It is Rahane going to play?
uh, so I think he's still going to play, right? That's what I think is going to happen. But what I would like to happen is for him to not play. Uh,
You,
I
all
would
of us,
like,
I think.
yeah, I really think it's high time Vihari got a chance. And the only way he's going to get a chance is if Rahane sits out, because India is not going to add an extra batsman to this lineup, right? Um, so yeah, I think he deserves his chance. That's what I think. But just the way the team management thinks, they back players right till the end, which is a good thing, right? Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing that they back players so much. So because of that, I think Rahane will still play this test match simply because it's the last one of the series, and then they will see what to do in the next series with Rahane. But yeah, ideally speaking, if I was in that team management, I would have given Vihari a chance.
Yeah, they'll play him. We know it. I don't know why we're even discussing it. It's the winning combination thing also, which they can't, which makes me think they might not even play Ashwin now that I think about it. But yeah, hopefully there's some consideration for the pitch there. But yeah, in the batting lineup, I don't think they will play Rahane. I did think they will play Rahane as well. Um, they should have dropped him after the third test. So if they didn't drop him after the third, they won the fourth. Like if we had lost the fourth test, maybe they would have dropped him. Now they're not going to drop him. It's just we'll wait for another 50 from him and then another obnoxious Instagram post, and that'll be that.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly.
hopefully going forward, um, they do consider other options, especially for the tour of South Africa. South Africa is not the team they were, but I can just imagine him already failing in there as well. But yeah, I think we have covered both teams' news. Hopefully, the test goes ahead. What are your predictions for the match? Assuming the test goes ahead, assuming we get some cricket in because of due to the weather.
Well, actually, just before I make that prediction, since you brought the topic of the weather up, if the weather is actually like this, where it's going to be overcast and cloudy the whole time, then maybe Ashwin won't play. So that's another
Yeah,
point worth thinking about. So really, I mean, the team selection could go anywhere and anyhow, depending on even the weather. So we'll wait and watch. But of course, if there's any place that Ashwin should play in England, then it's this one. That is Old Trafford. Coming to the prediction, I think again I'll be surprised to see India not winning this. Um, because I think they've got England down on the mat now. England's got tired bowlers. Remember, Anderson and Robinson are tired bowlers. They've played all the test matches. If the pitch or if the overhead conditions don't assist them, then they are not really that threatening. And it's unfortunate that we have to say that about Jimmy Anderson. We kind of knew it, right? Everybody knows that, but probably doesn't say it that often because he usually finds a way. But I think as the series has gone on, I guess the number of miles in his legs has already increased and he's becoming less and less potent. Same goes for Robinson. I think he's more of a swing bowler. If the conditions assist, then he's dangerous. England's batting has never really shown up this series except Root.
yeah,
So again, I'll be surprised if India doesn't win this Test match or at least doesn't draw this Test match. That's what I would say. A great opportunity for India to finish 3-1 up if the Test match continues.
yeah. Anderson is old, man. He's a legend, but I think we don't realize sometimes that he's 39, and that's really he's been playing since 2003. For a
And
fast bowler, that's incredible.
yeah, for a fast bowler, that is really incredible. I mean, how many fast bowlers go on for this long?
Seriously, even Ashish Nehra didn't go on for so long. Ashish Nehra played 17 and a half years, I think. Anderson has played
Yeah,
18. So,
yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, I agree with you. I think India will win. I know we said this after the second test also that they're on the mat, but this is different. It's been four tests now, and repeated losses of this nature, both winnable matches for England, uh, do take some kind of toll on the psyche. That's actually why I said after the third test, it's better to lose like by an innings and get completely blown out than to lose close matches. So hopefully India win. We'll be back actually over the weekend to talk about the T20 World Cup squad, which has been announced for India. But and then we'll be back next week to finally wrap up this series. It's been a long one. Again, thanks for sticking with us through all of these episodes. I hope you've enjoyed listening. And if you like what you see and hear, please like, share, and subscribe.
And keep hoping that the Test match goes on tomorrow.
Yeah, we need all of your wishes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and see you soon.
Cheers.